Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a professional bout in the welterweight division. We are scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Let's meet the fighters. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing the Grip House and Kaizen Academy, Daniel Ho! And his opponent standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, representing Reps MMA and Team Sukata, Des Parker!
Well, Jay, our penultimate fight of the night, the co-main event. Des, the arm collector Parker, representing Reps MMA and Team Sukata, facing the Grip Houses and Kaizen Academies, Dan Hope, fighting out of the blue corner.
Yeah, two guys with great experience, you know, fighting on big promotions against high caliber opponents. Both guys have fought here at UKFC on previous shows, so we've seen plenty of them. Well matched on paper. Parker, BJJ brown belt, now I believe. Yep. Exceptional grappler. Hope, a high level grappler himself.
Parker looking for the trip there, the outside trip. Hope not having any of it as Parker pushes him up against the cage.
Little chopping shot there in from Parker. I mean, Parker known as a grappler. I was actually he had a fight against Jack Grant over in Doncaster and won with a beautiful KO down there against Grant, renowned as a striker.
Yeah.
So he has been adding more tools to his arsenal as well. But he does love a good armbar.
Yeah, as the nickname would indicate, the arm collector.
I think he stole that one off Giva Santana.
I can't even say Giva Santana, so that's all right.
I think I pretty much remember the name like that. But yeah, I mean, Hope's a guy who's fought like consistently high-level opposition for a lot of years.
Yep.
He's very experienced, and you know, there's not a lot he hasn't seen before.
Did you say Parker has some really big show experience?
And this is looks for the trip and gets it. I can see this being a real tooth and nail sort of tit-for-tat battle, given the skill sets that both of these guys bring to the table.
It's the danger that they're both going to have to make it ugly to win.
Yeah. You see, the thing is, when the level gets higher and the opponents you're fighting are higher, it also makes it quite hard to look good, you know what I mean? Because the other guy's good at negating you as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how both of these guys deal with that.
Hope they're looking to crucifix that arm. Parker wise to it, staying active off his back. Hope working the little shots to the body, head.
And it's, you know, the small battles within the battle. That you see, you know, the butterfly hook there for Parker. He's using it trying to elevate, whilst that little battle there, Hope's trying to kill off that hook so he can try and work past that way. And that in itself, obviously, you've got the rest of the body to contend with, but you've got little fights within the fight all going on.
Hope continuing to do just enough work. The action isn't going to be stopped by the official and stood up. Parker really working those butterflies, tried to work those butterflies well.
Yeah, and Hope's in tight, his head's down nice and low. It's going to be really hard to sweep a guy who doesn't want to give you his posture.
Nice little good right hand landed there by Hope.
You can see he works with that head low, under the chin, on the chest. It's really hard to shift somebody like that who doesn't want to be shifted. He lets the shot off, then gets back to safety, giving nothing away.
Still staying busy, not giving, again, the official doesn't really have a reason to be standing him. He's looking to land shots. Parker defending well, staying calm. But definitely a round that's going into Dan Hope's books if Des doesn't do something about it.
Yeah, double butterflies now for Parker, which can be a more attacking position. You see him there start to elevate, gets up to his ass, but Hope starting to flatten him out again. Parker can elevate to sweep, to submissions, to attack a leg, all sorts of different things if he can just get that elevation that he needs. But Hope, too long in the tooth to be so easily swept by anything like that.
Yeah. And the referee, up they get, no more pitter patter. See if they decide to keep it on its feet for a little bit longer this time. Parker, obviously not.
Yeah, Parker on the single this time, and now he's got the top control. What can he do with it? I mean, he is like a true submissions guy. He's always working for the finish when he gets top position or any good position.
Just a little too late there. Got that top position, landed one shot towards the end.
Yeah, that's not going to be enough to win that round for Des Parker. That's going to be a round in the books for Dan Hope.
You would think so. The Grip House man, they're being spoken to by Dean Riley. Again, coach that's really coming up in terms of the UK Scottish scene. Lots of good things being said about Dean Riley and what he's doing up at the Grip House. And Des, of course,
he's amongst a great group of coaches up there and fighters, all bringing each other on, and one of the best teams in the UK consistently, the best teams in the UK. For a while ever, they're not independent, at least.
Absolutely. Here we go, the seconds out. We get ready for the second round in our 3-round co-main event in the welterweight division here at the UK Fighting Championships. Parker and Hope get ready to come out for the second 5-minute stanza.
Sitting for the butt scoot is Parker. Giving it away, invites Dan into his guard. Doesn't even have to fish for a takedown to get the top control.
Man, I got to be honest. I'm a little bit surprised by that, Jay.
Well, at least he's honest about his intentions.
Yeah, fair enough. He invited him down to the ground. Hope didn't want to go and play there.
Just a little bit, and then he wanted to leave.
Yeah.
A bit Shinya Aoki-esque, chasing dudes around the cage with a butt scoot.
And Hope working Parker up against the cage. Couple of nice knees to the body. Parker responds. Again, Hope staying busy.
Yeah, exchanging some knees. You can't generate the most power in your knees from that position, but because if you do, you have to take your hips away, which gives the guy space to move. But sometimes they're enough to chip away and open up a position.
Looks like both fighters for a moment were looking to the referee about some potential low blow, but
it's just the way it goes in that position. Not intentional, but it does happen very frequently. Again, the way the bodies are angled, both guys trying to get knees in.
Parker working really hard with his back to the cage there.
Yeah, nice little bit of dirty boxing there from Parker. Hope was looking for a throw.
Looked for a hip toss there, I think.
I think he realised Parker's base was too good and gave up on it, because if you don't get it, you can leave yourself in a bad position.
But it's again, Hope's game plan is looking pretty clear here to clinch, to get that top position. Des needs to start thinking about fighting with a little more urgency, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just accept having your back on the fence there. As much as he's not in grave danger, he's losing the rounds.
Some big, deep breaths there from Des as well.
Hope's been marked by something. It must have been one of them little shots in the flurry there.
Oh!
Parker almost dipped into that shin.
But caught that leg just in time and now gets the lock around the body and is forcing Hope up against the cage. Nice reversal. Again, not a position Des wants to stay in unless he's going to be a little more active. He looks frustrated, like there's nothing going on.
Yeah, but I mean, it's his prerogative to change the position.
Absolutely. There's some deep breaths now
Yeah,
as he
looking
walks with
tired
his
there.
hands down.
Looks for the right hand over the top, does Des, and they go straight back into a clinch. Exchange some knees.
Yeah, we hear it all. We hear it all the time when we watch a fight like this. But you know, how tiring are those? How tiring are those exchanges in the clinches up against the cage? Like Parker really looks like it's taken some of the sting out of him.
But here he comes with his biggest striking output of the fight, really. Yeah, I mean, it's like the isometric holds, and it burns, and you're not just lying there. Nice left hook there from Hope. You're not just lying there or standing there. You're actively using your strength to hold a position, stop yourself being taken down. So while it doesn't look that taxing, it is actually one of the more strenuous places you can fight.
A little bit of just doesn't seem to be anybody willing to engage at the moment. Parker is looking to counter something. He keeps trying to draw him on, but Hope's not playing into that game. So surely it's up to Parker to put his foot on the gas a little bit.
Well, there he goes, steps forward, looks for his own shots.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the output's not the highest from either guy.
Hands down.
Des looks really tired with his hands down, but he's still willing to engage there every now and again. Jumps in with the shots.
Is it a little bit pausing? Because he obviously wants to counter something. He's trying to get him to engage, but Hope just won't step into him. As he throws that looping right hand, Parker. I mean, it's pretty, but I think Hope's winning this fight with output. Very tired looking Des Parker. Tired and frustrated.
He's going to have a minute to recover there, see if he can come back out for the third with a bit of venom. Hope looking a little bit tired as well. Both guys have exerted some energy.
Grueling 10 minutes, absolutely.
Yeah, both guys tired. It's not been a frantic pace or anything, Steve, but there's been a lot of tit for tat,
Right, yeah, a lot of work
grinding, a lot of grinding. And sometimes you see the fights that the guys are knackered because it's scramble, scramble, up, down.
Here we go, the third and final round in our co-main event. The Grip Houses. Dan Hope and the Phuket Top Team Shorts taking on the Arm Collector, Des Parker, reps in Sakata MMA.
And a more frenzied start from Hope, looking for some shots. Worked his way in with a few punch combinations. Now Des swinging the hands as well. Nice low kick.
Right hand to the body, left hand to the head, followed with a low kick, and then it looks like we're going to exchange 1 and 2 each now.
Yeah, have a couple, have a rest. You have a couple, I'll have a rest.
There's something seems to be bothering Des. Every now and then he stops, he looks at the ref.
I mean, it's nobody's impetus but his own if he wants to make something of this fight. I mean, no point looking at the referee.
Hope still moving, still looking to stick and move.
And Des punching from his hips. You'd think Hope would want to exploit that a little bit more with Des permanently having the hands low. But he's, his work rate is not there. You think he'd be trying to put it on him a little bit more when Parker's clearly tired.
Again, is he worried that Parker's just trying to sell it just a little too much? Come on, walk on to me, walk on to me.
He sold it to me.
But not to Hope yet. He's still not walking into anything, circling around. Little side kick to the body.
There's Parker with a couple of shots.
Continue the circle. He catches the leg. It just seems to me that Parker's just unable to pull the trigger at the moment. Just can't seem to hit that shot, but as I say that,
well timed. Both guys were very comfortable there, just on the feet, and it looked like Hope wasn't expecting Des to change the levels. He's doing a good job of not being put flat on his back, holding this position. Another stalemate.
Parker looking to isolate that, looking for a Kimura.
Potentially looking for the Kimura. I mean, Hope knows what's coming. He's got his hands clasped together. I mean, he wouldn't want to give up something like this at this stage in the fight. But what reserves has Des got left to try and finish this?
Well, he got to yank that arm out from under the body and has to let it go.
Yeah, Hope now on top. Good position for him. Let's see if he can do some damage from there. Again, the single butterfly hook for Parker. He's looking to tie up the arm.
Hope continuing the work, continuing to little shots to the body, a little shot to the jaw there.
Yeah, it's just enough. There's nothing behind the shots, but he wants to stay on top. If he peppers away, the referee sees the shots, doesn't stand them up.
Absolutely.
He's just good underhook there, head control, just riding it out.
Still probably half a round left, I would have thought. Still a little bit of time for Des to, and the referee.
Yeah, stands him up.
Beautiful.
Well, we're into the last throws of the dice here, potentially for both these guys in the fight. There's Parker, if he wants to make something of it, has to do something drastic, you'd think. Oh, right hand there. Just missed the mark. Hope rolled it off the shoulder.
Parker again in the center of the cage, but again it's kind of stalking with no real sense of urgency.
Oh,
and he
nice
say that
right
in a three-punch combination. It just misses with the leading uppercut.
That left is probably the best shot he's landed so far.
Oh,
big right hand there for Parker. He's found a lease of life late here in the final round, but gets taken down. Just committed a little bit too much. And now Dan Hope will probably ride this fight out in the top position en route to a decision.
Yeah, I find it real difficult to see how they could score it any other way at the moment. Excellent fight by these two guys. A little tentative, but competitive.
Yeah, 3 rounds in the bag, 3 5s. Competitive all the way through, and how Dan Hope manages to look like he's been in such a war when he hasn't taken that many shots.
No, the ones that have landed did their job.
Yeah, clearly.
Some big breaths being talked. Parker walking around the cage, hand raised. Be interesting to see if the judges agree with him.
Yeah, hard fought battle. We're going to need the judges to separate these two guys.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, your appreciation please for our pro welterweights. After 3 5-minute rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards, where we have a split decision for your winner in the red corner, Des Parker.
Expecting that. I said that Hope's won that on there, but
Us too. Me too.
I don't know. I don't know, I've lost that. I'm honest.
No, I don't think Des won that fight.